Chaya Raichik made a career for herself by doxing and harassing regular everyday Americans, but apparently even her own fans are sick of it now. One particular post sparked strong outrage after Raichik shared a video from a person who went to Home Depot to confront an employee they say posted about Trump. She said, "Hi, at Home Depot. Are you aware that you employ people who call for political violence and the assassination of presidents? Any comment?" Well, Home Depot did have a comment. They responded and said that the woman was actually fired. "Hi, this individual's comments don't reflect the Home Depot or our values. We can confirm she no longer works at the Home Depot." And this actually caused Raichik's own fans to turn against her. Here are some tweets that they tweeted back at her. One says, "It's not a good thing to celebrate getting minimum wage customer service workers fired for saying mean things online. I hope you stop this." Another one said, "Not sure how I feel about the right being so pro cancel culture all of a sudden." It's not all of a sudden, but sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think this was too much. She held a wrong opinion. She's also an older lady with no influence over children or power over people's healthcare outcomes. And last one, "I get going after professors who have influence on molding America's youth, but some lady at Home Depot, come on."
The video will continue in just a moment, but first I have a message for you. TYT needs your help. Membership is vital to survival, so please go to tyt.com/team and become a member today.
A right-wing, self-described free speech absolutist tweeted this. He said, "This cancellation campaign is getting really old really fast." This was about Raichik's post about an anti-Trump Facebook comment left by a local government employee in Washington. "People don't need to be fired for every stupid thing they say on the internet." And I think her critics have a great point. My thoughts on cancel culture are basically that it's always sort of been around, even before we were calling it cancel culture. It's kind of just capitalism. Boycotts are capitalism. You put your money towards the things that you want to support, and you withhold your money from the things you don't want to support. It's the idea that money runs the world. So if you want more or less of something in the world, you spend your money accordingly. But in the modern era with social media, you infuse all of that with a mob mentality. And we all know what can happen when you direct a dangerous mob in any direction. It can be very dangerous, let alone, especially when it's directed towards a wage worker at a corporate chain who has no real power or authority over anything or anyone. And it's crazy that Home Depot actually fired this woman, but perhaps it shouldn't be surprising considering Home Depot has a 95-year-old CEO, and he is a huge Trump supporter and Trump donor, having contributed millions of dollars to Trump and conservative super PACs over the years. If you want to cancel anyone, cancel that guy. Adrian, what do you think?
Yep, that's right. He should be the one to be canceled. It is nice to see that these right wingers are maybe getting a little more hip to the game of recognizing that certain people don't deserve these kind of attacks, that it should be targeted toward individuals who are in positions of power, not this woman here in customer service at Home Depot. It's just so interesting that they are starting to come around to this reality. But the whole thing of cancel culture, as far as I'm concerned, I like to call it consequences. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it is reassuring that they're starting to open their eyes a little bit about cancel culture in general. But I thought it was very interesting when they said, "Oh, the right is suddenly all about cancel culture." Like, no, it's not all of a sudden. They've been like this, right? The left can be accused of the same thing, but the whole thing with Budweiser, like they're very quick to cancel people. They're also very quick to endorse people who they think are supportive of people like Trump. Like the whole Goya thing, that was the whole thing. It's the same ideas where you're using money, capitalism, capital as a force for good or evil, depending on whatever your definition of those two things are. So this is just kind of an inevitability whenever you run a society this way, right? Your money is going to go circulate wherever you want it to go. So, and with that money comes ideas.